So this bad boy came in from America yesterday. I think it arrived. It's a new technology that apparently is good for humans and also creatures, including bees. Hence the sort of hexagonal shape on the front. And it's made by a company in Canada. So maybe one for Mr. Stepler to investigate as well. Or at least get some trials. I think they do a trial, the company that supply them do a trial for beekeepers where people can donate to part of the cost. I think that's what it is, but I've only briefly looked at their website. So anyway, we're going to give this a go. I've got a hot hive to try it on. I might try it in the house first. They are very expensive, I have to say, but you know, is cost an object or an objection if it provides a solution? You know, really, probably not. If you're desperate or, you know, struggling with something and somebody said it's going to cost 20 grand, you wouldn't worry about the 20 grand. You want to get fixed, and it's that sort of equation. I had very good honey sales last year, this year from last year's production, so I've spent some of it on this, and there was a discount code as well for me to get some money off, but even so, they are, once you've paid import duties, taxes and shipping, it's a pretty expensive piece of kit. So we're going to put it in a hot hive and see how we get on. I'll show you the results if there are any. So how do, folks? It's the 24th of May. It's a Sunday, 24 degrees, about 10:30 in the morning, and we've come down to try and sort out or see whether that thing is going to calm these nutters down. They seem fairly calm at the moment, but you wait till you open the box. They'll be up in my teeth and all sorts of stuff. So I'm armed with a baby eek, which is EKE. If you don't know, if you're new to beekeeping, it basically will give a little bit more of a gap between the floor and the bottom box there. So I'll stick that in, and then I'm going to put this, which I've wrapped in cellophane, so I'm hoping it's not going to do any damage or stop the what's it waves coming out of there. I don't think it will. I've just done it for cleanliness because it did actually help my back the other day. Helps muscular pain. I don't know whether it does anything to bones or anything, but it did relieve some pain. And I didn't find this until after I did the first clip, but it's supplied by these people. That was the website I was talking about that you can look on, and I think you can contribute so that they send these units out to people to try, the beekeeping community to try. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stick it in the bottom of that box, see if it has any effect on those bees, leave it a week, and then proof's in the pudding. We'll find out whether it was here goes something or nothing sort of thing. So I'll do a little film showing it going in, and then that's it. Right folks, here we go. Bit of a commotion going on next door because I've just united a recently bought in queen with another colony that was queenless, but there were so few bees in there, I'll just basically put them together. I'll show you that right at the end, but I've struggled to get the camera going because I've got leather gloves on to protect me from these nutters in here. So the plan with these is to, if this frequency magnet thing doesn't work, I shall have to split this colony in two, maybe three, and then re-queen each third, take the queen out of the one that's in one of the thirds, and just, you know, yeah, knock her out, and then basically replace her. So then I'll have 3 nucleus colonies. I had to shut down the other apiary 2, because of this lot and the other half of this colony. When I split them, they just went absolutely nuts, and you'll see they'll get up in my teeth in a minute once I open the box. Anyway, I've smoked them, so here we go. And I've got to get rid of the drones in here as well, so I'm going to be extracting the drone frame, putting it in the freezer, and then there are an awful lot of bees in here. Too many grumpy nutters. I couldn't find the queen in here for over 2 inspections. I just could not see her for love and money, and then she turned up on the very back frame one last week, I think. So she is in here. So this is the joyful bit, where somehow I've got to get this mini eek in here. And the what's the name? So that's that in there. They're an awful lot better than they were, I have to say. So we'll leave that right in the centre. Absolutely no idea whether it's going to work or not, and this is literally a test video to prove to myself that it was a complete waste of money or it works. Anyway. So that's rather well filled out with drone comb. So we're going to extract that. Put them another frame in, so they can produce some more. That will keep them occupied. I have to say, they're a lot better, even without that magnet in. I don't know whether a lot of the old guard bees have died. Could be that. The ones that didn't like me, or didn't like anybody. But you can see they're jumpy. You don't want them this jumpy, and they used to follow me up to the van on the way home. I stole a full frame of brood from them last week, but if I'm going to make up nucleus colonies, I need to keep some of this brood here. Lots of fresh eggs in there, lots of larvae. Yeah, they're not too bad. They're not as I would like them, but they were horrendous the past 2 inspections. It could be just the weather that's better now. And if this magnet thing works, then it's obviously a lot more expensive than buying in queens, but you know, if it works, it works. There she is. So, you know, they are of the right variety, but I think this queen's mother must have mated with some really bad stock, because they just suddenly turned. And it could be that all that lot have just, you know, passed on now. I don't know. But they are a lot calmer than they were. That was a lot less intimidating than I thought it was going to be. So you can hear the increased level of note. It's sort of an angsty dee, that sort of level of note. It's not, you know, it's almost like a swarmy sort of noise, that they're really agitated that something's going to go on any minute now. And basically it's, you know, get the human. Get the nasty invader. So I'm not entirely convinced. So there's all the drone brood that's going to get put in the freezer. That'll stop that developing any further and or being born. So that any new queens or any queens that are born in the apiary are not mated with this bad stock. Now, although we've got a predicted hot week, I think I'm just going to leave the hive as it is. I might put another one. I might actually put a spare box in here. There are a lot of bees in here, I've got to say. So I will just put this new one here just to give them a little bit of sense of space, because I don't really want them thinking about swarming. I don't really want to release this lot into the environment. I want to keep them here and knock the queen out. You can see they're banging around on me. They might be, yeah, they're attacking the camera. And this is what happens. You open them up. Now look, they're all stinging my gloves, look. This is when they get vicious. So they've got to go. I've got 2 new queens coming in already. And this is the trouble now. They're now hassling me, hassling the camera. And I know I've said don't use as much, try not to use too much smoke, but you just want to get them away from you, get the smell of you away. Or neutralised. God, blimey. Well, that was a lot better than last week, but still not good. So there we have it. We'll see. We'll have a look at them next week and see what. Look, you can hear them all around the camera, all trying to get in my teeth. They're attacking the camera. Look, they're attacking the wrist part. This is where they get you, on your wrists. The trouble is you squash too many for attacking you, and then the poison comes out. They smell that and it gets worse. So I'm just going to stop and walk away now.